Well, hello, thank you for joining me today again on the Church History Trail, and we're continuing here in the parish of TULLYLISH, and we've now come down from the old ruined church up on the hill to the present day, the modern day parish church. And there's a couple of war graves that I'm going to show you in here, but there's one war grave especially that I'm going to show you, but before I do, I'm going to take you a wee walk and let you see the church and also some of the beautiful scenery. Now you can see it's Church of Ireland, All Saints, TULLYLISH, and then Welcome, and it's got the services. But certainly a lovely part of the countryside here, there's no doubt about it. It definitely is. And you can see the bridge down there. And I'll show you the river. Which you can see. Absolutely beautiful, isn't it? I like that old door there. It certainly gives a feel for it, doesn't it? And there's a wee inscription there. I'll try and zoom up and let you see that. I'll try and read it. This something was constructed, and I can't really make that out. But there is another wee inscription round at the front, which I will read out to you, which gives you the date of the construction of the church. I'm not sure what that says, to be honest. I'll have to check it out whenever I finish videoing. This is beautiful, isn't it? Lovely countryside. There's a grave there I've just noticed of an architect. And that was of John Cyril Clayton, 1918 to 2008, architect and husband of Patrice Bomber. So there you are, that gentleman was an architect. And so this is the first grave that I want to show you. And as you can see, it's a war grave, and it reads 42nd Sergeant, I think that is. Oh no, Sergeant, that's what it is. Sergeant J. Freeburn, Royal Irish Rifles. He died the 4th of January 1917, aged 28 years. So there you are. That gentleman was in the Royal Irish Rifles. But it's this grave here that I want to show you. And as you can see, the crest on this is of the Navy, because it's an anchor. And this grave here is actually very interesting. It's of Lieutenant Royal Navy Reserve T. STEELE. Now I tried to Google him and I couldn't get him, so I don't know what his first name is. Tommy maybe, but it's T. STEELE, and he was HMS, and I'm going to try and pronounce this, Laurentic, I think is how you pronounce it, I'm not sure, Laurentic, and he died the 25th of January 1917, aged 26. But This is very interesting because the Laurentic was sunk on the 25th of January 1917, and it was actually sunk by German mines off the coast of Ireland. Now, the crew managed to get off the ship in the lifeboats, but 354 of them died of hypothermia. And so obviously Tommy, or T. STEELE here, Lieutenant STEELE, was one of those who died. But interestingly, this ship was actually built by Harland and Wolff in Belfast. So it was. And it was also of the White Star Line from 1909 to 1914. And of course we know who what else the White Star Line built. They also built the infamous Titanic, which sunk in 1912, of course, after colliding with an iceberg. And so they were the builders of this ship as well, the Laurentic. And then it became a Royal Navy ship from 1914 to 1917, of course, whenever it was sunk. And so that's quite amazing, isn't it? That there's a lot of history here just in this one grave, because it's not just of a sailor who died during the war, but the ship that he was actually on was part of the White Star Line before the Royal Navy took it over, and it was also built in Harland and Wolff shipyard. And of course the ship itself was torpedoed off the coast of Ireland. So there you are, very interesting indeed. And I'll give you a wee close-up of the wee crest there. So that's a very interesting grave, isn't it? And you can see, as I say, the modern day church, and you can also see the old ruined church up on the hill there. So I'll take you around and show you the wee crest, and then we'll wrap this wee video up. You can see the tower there. You get a good view here of the old church, don't you, up on the hill? Absolutely brilliant. Breathtaking. This one's beautiful too, isn't it? Lovely church, no doubt about it. I have to say, I love old churches. I definitely do. There you can see the cross, that's for Easter. You can see the door there, but there's the crest there. Can't read the top of it, but was foundation stone of this church, it says, was laid by whoever that was on the, I think it's the 15th day of March 1881. So it's the 15th day of March 1881 that this foundation stone was laid for the church. So the church dates back to 1881. So still a right wee age, and that there gives it a lovely wee touch, doesn't it? It's certainly, you think you're going back in time. So that's fantastic. So thank you for joining me on the Church History Trail. Again, if you enjoy the channel, please like and subscribe. God bless.